want to see how people react to the car on an emotional level.
It's a bit like at school when report cards are issued. You may be convinced that you worked hard, but a nasty surprise is always possible.
The reactions are extremely positive. It's the kind of feeling the company hopes consumers will have too. But the car isn't finished yet. Tinkering is still being done as the testing continues. A new BMW has a lot to live up to. A history of fine cars, stretching back more than half a century.
Well, I've always found BMWs to be a passion mark and a passion design. So when we're doing a new BMW, if what I see in that is a reflection of that passion that was there from the beginning of the company, then I have a feeling that we've kept that chain alive.
The new sports car still has to pass some difficult tests, but the cars that came before have long since proven their quality. In the Italian town of Brescia, they still impress. This drive recreates the famous circuit race at Mille Miglia. More than 60 years ago, BMW engineers used thin aluminum sheeting for the exterior of the 328 Roadster. It was a triumph. In 1940, these super light racing cars won a sensational victory against very stiff competition. It was a highlight that helped put BMW on the map. The new BMW sports car isn't designed to win races. The new model will be judged on how it delivers great performance with great fuel economy, all while looking gorgeous and being safe. The key is achieving something the engineers call intelligent, lightweight construction. What this means is using a mixture of materials. Aluminum at the front. The front sidewalls are made of a product called thermoplast. The trunk lid is a sheet molding substance, and then aluminum again for the hood and doors. Like the old 328 Roadster, it all reduces weight while sacrificing nothing for safety or good looks. The entire package is about to get pushed to its limits in the frozen wastes of the icy north. Munich, Germany, the headquarters of BMW. This is the E63, the company's latest sports car. So far, BMW has spent almost 2 years developing and testing the new model. Now, it's just 15 months from mass production. Anton Ruff is director of this product line. He's brought the complete upper management of BMW to see the new car. They've come to the testing grounds in southern France because this car is a huge risk. Millions of dollars are on the line. They want this car to compete with the best Mercedes and Jaguars. Extended test drives give the executives a feel for the car. Does it live up to BMW standards? Will it be able to compete with the best cars in the world? The pressure is building as the deadline for production gets closer. At the company's Research and Engineering Center, the car is unveiled to a wider audience. Even before it's finished, marketers are thinking about how to sell it. The special features of the E63 are put on display. Innovations that will be used to promote the car. Like the corporate bigwigs, the marketers need to know what makes the new car special. Ideas are brought up here that will shape future advertising campaigns. This car, with a price tag of $100,000, won't fit the budget of very many buyers. Finally, another show and tell is held at the factory where the car will soon be made. The workers there need to be won over too.
You can't really convince these guys of anything. You can't convince them to bend metal. You can't convince them to do injection molding in a certain way. But because that's engineering. But when they're excited about it, when they see what it can be, when they want to do it, then they make magic happen.
That was actually our main motivation for coming to Dingolfing and repeating the conference we had held in Munich. We wanted to create an emotional atmosphere that would encourage people to get enthusiastic about their work and make a real contribution. And I think we succeeded.
Their reaction? They say it looks awesome. They describe it as a panther. They say they're proud to be building it.
Here in the development department, there are a lot of conferences and therefore a lot of blah blah, hot air and double talk. But here in Dingolfing, that's not possible. Here we have to make 1,000 cars a day, and that's a difficult but very clear task. And that's why I think it's a good idea that we keep this short and snappy. Of course, it's fun to do something that you like. And I thank God that our people here got caught up in this emotion. I sometimes worry what would happen if instead of liking it, they'd said, "Hey, what kind of a funny-looking car is that?"
Northern Sweden. Project communicator Jürgen Korinth flies into a tiny airport, surrounded by snow and ice. Here the new sports car will be tested under severe conditions. As the sun rises, it's 25 degrees below zero. On this early February morning, the prototype has been parked outside all night. No one's sure if it will start. This will be a severe test for the engine. How fast can it turn over in these icy temperatures? BMW hopes the E63 will be sold around the world. It needs to work well in any weather condition. There is one advantage to the cold north testing. The cars can be driven on roads that are closed to normal traffic. Jürgen Korinth wants to get a first-hand impression of the work the testing team is doing and a feeling for the area in which they'll be driving the car. From his elevated perch, the test track below is visible. Along with the E63, there are models of other BMWs in various stages of production. Each one is equipped with a computer to record every aspect of the car's performance. The computers are hooked into the car's operating system and record dozens of different readings. Heat, wear and tear, friction, balance. The computer examines it all. The new sports car drives endless circuits around a frozen lake. The drivers hope each lap is bringing it closer to success. At the end of each day, the test results are downloaded and transmitted back to headquarters in Munich. The quiet streets and lanes of northern Sweden push the new model in a different way. Thousands of kilometers must be put on the cars to see how they'll perform over time. The new E63 and other new prototypes go on a group trip. The drivers call it eating up the kilometers. Every day, they spend hundreds of kilometers on the lonely, endless roads. Oncoming traffic isn't really a problem, but animals in the woods could pose a sudden danger. The drivers must stay focused. If the first car removes the snow, the car behind can slide on the ice. If a reindeer were standing in the road, it would be impossible for the driver to avoid.
Those reindeer can weigh as much as 150 kilograms, and if you hit them, it can be fatal for both the animal and the driver.
On earlier trips, a problem was discovered with the car's defrosting. The heating system was too focused. These prototypes have the reworked design, and it seems to be a success. The front and side windows are defrosting evenly. The fix wasn't easy. In order to get more air to the side windows, the de-icing duct had to be enlarged, but there was no space for it. The instrument panel was completely full. The duct already curled around other components like a snake. There was only one solution. The engineers decided to make the wall of the duct smaller. That gave them just 1 millimeter, but it was enough to improve the de-icing. It won't be the last change made to the car. The next big test for the E63 will come half a world away in the searing heat of Death Valley. Warm, sunny California. The perfect place for a nice long drive. This is the next BMW sports car, and it's facing its toughest challenge yet. Beginning near Los Angeles, test drivers head to Nevada, going through the blazing heat of Death Valley. A third driver joins them along the way. Together with his two colleagues, engineer Bernie Meisner will be conducting the next few days of tests. Engineers in Munich want the cars put through very specific routines. Tests that are outlined and recorded on portable computers. The most important part of the testing here will be the car's performance in extreme heat. Before the hard driving begins, the cars are left to warm up, baking in the searing desert heat.
Death Valley is the hottest place in North America. In summer, it can get up to 50 degrees centigrade or even higher. We put the cars into the direct sunshine for a specified period of time. The inside of the car really heats up.
This is a critical test for the new air conditioning system. In this model, solar sensors measure the heat from the sun and then automatically adjust the temperature inside the car. A sign warns drivers to turn their air conditioning systems off. Normally, cars would overheat quickly in these temperatures. Especially since the road rises more than 1,500 meters in the next 25 kilometers. The air conditioning in the convertible works without a hitch.
Come on.